Hi guys. Wow, we're off to a great start here. This is That Mask Guy from the Captain Fizz the Mask Guy show. Today we are going to be talking with Jacques from Aikon.
That's correct.
And so it'll be a very interesting conversation. You know what? Hit the music, please.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Captain Fizz and Mask Guy show. I, of course, am Captain Fizz.
And greetings once again from the 7th Moon of Thunder. I am That Mask Guy.
And today we are joined by Jacques from Aikon. So how about you tell us a little bit about yourself and, I guess, about Aikon?
Myself, I don't know, I've been involved with anime and kind of the neat nerd scene for more than 15 years now, since I was 15. That kind of ages me, or dates me a little bit.
That's okay. You're still younger than me.
But not younger than me.
How did I get into it? I don't know. I think how everyone got into it. YTV was the first source of anime for most people in North America, I think.
Or at least
in Canada.
In Canada, yeah.
For sure. As well as a whole bunch of other ridiculous stuff.
Canada's very famous for ridiculous stuff.
Absolutely.
True. What Aikon is, let's see, it's like the one we have this year, I think is our, I'm totally going to get this wrong, 14.
I believe it's actually the 15th.
You know, I feel like I should know that, being on staff, but, you know, I haven't been there since the beginning, so you'll have to forgive me.
Don't worry about it.
So I guess what excites you most about going with Aikon? What brings you back?
At first, when I started going, I just really liked the concept of an anime convention at all, and the fact that there was one in our city, I was kind of pumped about that. Now, I really like watching other people enjoy it, which is why I do what I do, which is the job of vendor coordinator.
Maybe get into a little bit what is, the job of a vendor coordinator.
What I do there is I basically get in contact with exhibitors that'll come and populate what we call our marketplace, which is a place where we get clubs. We have something called Artist Alley, which is basically a long strip of just artists that kind of sell their original pieces. And surrounded by that is our vendor selection. We have people from all over Canada, and a couple of vendors from the States too, come in, bring an assortment of geek and mostly anime merchandise, to fit our theme. But geek stuff is, if it's related enough, we're happy to have them there.
How long have you actually been there? I guess I should have asked that one first.
That number escapes me too. I'm going to say probably 7 years. I started out as a volunteer, helping to set up the convention. Initially, I wanted to enjoy the whole weekend and just do the heavy work. I just help unload and load up stuff. I've always kind of been involved with the vendors from the beginning. And then I moved into the role of volunteer supervisor. So instead of being one of the people just picking up boxes and putting them on dollies, I'd be the guy saying which boxes should go on which dolly.
Okay.
And now I've moved into kind of a more managery supervisor position, where I am talking to the one who used to do my job and saying, this is where these people go now. So if you can look at this map and bring these boxes to this place on the map, that would be great. Thanks.
That sounds like an entertaining job.
It is at times. Sometimes it's a little stressful, but sometimes it's pretty fun.
Do you ever wish you were back where you had started?
Every once in a while, because I know it was a lot easier. as a vendor coordinator, I do have to spend most of the convention in the marketplace. Just, in case anyone has any concerns, like they need, for some of the vendors that sell like food products, make sure they have ice, make sure all their power's hooked up. Just if there's any issue, I just kind of have to be around on call to address it.
Interesting. I guess get a little bit of more personal. You talk about YTV, which back in the day was, probably the first really youth-based television network here in Canada. Before that, mostly it was like Saturday morning cartoons, but YTV kind of broadened that whole thing here in Canada. What were some of the first animes that really got you interested in this genre of cartoons?
Honestly, and I think that this is going to resonate with a lot of people, Sailor Moon. That one, Samurai Pizza Cats, I think was the first one. I found out later that they did not translate that at all when they aired it on
No,
TV.
absolutely not.
They just like, this is what we think they say, so let's just put whatever in here and have it sound entertaining.
Every now and then when I'm actually watching anime, I somehow think that's how it goes too. when you kind of read it with the subtitles and then you listen as English dub, there is so much difference between them.
Oh no, they completely changed Samurai Pizza Cats completely. I mean, they kind of went with based off the cartoon, but the dialogue and everything had nothing to do at all with the show. And there was even two episodes that never aired in Canada, one because of some sort of content that they considered inappropriate, and the other one was just a show where they just cut a bunch of pieces of other shows together. Mm-hmm. So I was really big into Samurai Pizza Cats as well, as you can kind of tell.
I've never personally heard of them until Cory in the House, and that kind of makes me feel very young.
I found out a bit later that they edited Sailor Moon so much. The original show is actually quite mature themed.
It was.
They changed the genders of a lot of people to make them, I guess, more acceptable for a more conservative North American audience.
And when the whole meatball nickname.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with her hairdo.
I don't know the story behind that one, but
I don't think I want to know the story behind that one.
Yeah. Another big one was Escaflowne. Love that show.
That's actually one I'm not familiar with.
Yeah. No,
it was one of the first mecha animes, which is giant fighting robots.
Right,
it was set in kind of a medieval civilization on the moon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they had these giant, I think purely mechanical, not electronic at all, giant robots that they would get into and duke it out.
Oh.
It's a pretty good show.
So I have to ask, as someone who is very involved with Aikon, have you ever actually dressed up yourself?
I have. I dressed up as Ryu for the last couple years. Before that, I dressed up as a robot from an anime called FLCL. It's not a super well known one, but I think if you take the time to watch it, I think it's 6 22-minute episodes, you'll really enjoy it.
That one actually was a very unique one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unique is a good word. Bit of a mind bender.
I think most of the great animes are mind benders of some sort.
Pretty much. Yeah, I know. The mark of a great anime to me is you kind of walk away from it being like, 1, what did I just watch? And 2, I didn't even, I never thought the things that I thought after I watched this. Just, I don't know, you feel like your brain exploded.
Yeah, kind of like even some cartoons now, The Simpsons, how they never age. Same with Pokemon, how, he's always the same boy. Except for recently. I don't classify those as...
There's an interesting theory about why Ash never ages.
Oh, he's obviously some kind of super strong alien. Have you seen him? He has several 100-pound monsters on his arm like it's nothing. It's like, hey, Pidgeot, that thing weighs 50 pounds.
I completely agree.
Oh no, the theory I heard was that in the very first episode, he goes off and he sees one of those rare elemental birds. I can't remember.
I believe that was Ho-Ho.
Ho-Ho. And the story goes that if you went off and you saw one of these birds and you made a wish, your wish would come true. And so a lot of people theorize that the reason why Ash never ages is because he wished that this would, travel would never end, and so he stays a boy, so he can continue collecting Pokemon for the rest of his life.
My goodness.
That is probably the geekiest thing I've ever heard about Pokemon, but I mean, makes sense, I guess.
Hey, whatever works.
I got nothing on that theory. If you had to see yourself in an anime, what would you choose?
In an anime, what would I choose? What I would choose, and the probably accurate one would are vastly different. Probably the accurate would probably be something super mundane, just like some salary job where the guy's kind of not bummed out, but like kind of wondering, like, is this all there is to life? It's okay. Want to be? Oh my goodness. I really like sword type ones, but I don't know. I find some of them are a little too girly these days for my taste. I guess I just haven't explored the super gritty ones. But then there'll always be a huge risk of dying unless you're the protagonist. Unless it's kind of one of those weird ones that's based in a computer game, so it's kind of works like.
What do you mean, like Sword Art?
Sword Art, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I think if you died there, you actually died, so that's kind of throws my theory out.
Yeah, I think that was the premise of the show, and that's how it managed to hook people. Like, oh my god,
they're stuck in the game, and once you die, you die. Unless they have one of those like little things that if you die within 30 seconds, they can bring you back to life.
Yeah.
I always hated that because I watched the first one, and then the second one was like Japanese, and there was no subtitles, so I just kind of got frustrated.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to learn Japanese for the longest time, just so I can watch it without the subtitles. Because I know I watch subtitles usually, because I find if the dub loses a lot of like the feeling just in the voices, and even if the subtitles aren't amazing, you can still kind of get the feel for the scene from how it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree. I'm annoyed by most subtitles, but when it comes to anime, I've always watched it with it for that exact reason. Mm-hmm. There's more emphasis on the words as they're speaking.
Yeah, for sure. Compared
to English, which is more monotone and
slow. Well, I mean, it's no wonder it takes years for them to go off and to bring episodes from Japan to North America, and having to go off and find a way to translate over while not messing too much with the mouths and everything.
At least for the officially licensed stuff for the dubs, I don't know. You give a few kids in a basement a weekend, and they can usually scanlate or translate fan sub something in a few hours or run throughs. But that's not legit, and we don't endorse that.
No, I think the more professional stuff is so much better.
Oh, definitely.
I guess, what can people actually expect from Aikon this year?
Amazingness.
Other than amazingness.
Some flagrant self-promotion there. I don't know, you can expect a weekend of fun if you want to come explore. Like if you're just getting into anime and you want to come meet some people that are like-minded, see some amazing costumes, catch some new shows you might not have a chance to see, and some old stuff. We run a lot of the classics in some of our showing rooms. Get to meet some voice actors, hang around for the cosplay contest. Good stuff. There's a lot of fun panels too. If you're over 18, there's some 18 plus ones where they're completely uncensored, but you got to be an adult for those ones.
Yes, definitely adult.
Something tells me I won't be taking my 3-year-old to go off and see that.
No, unless you can make an amazing fake ID for this kid.
That might be a little difficult. When does Aikon actually run?
It's July 15, 16, and 17 at the Winnipeg Convention Center. Royal Bank Convention
The Royal Bank Convention.
Right, the name has changed.
Yeah, after they expanded. Actually, part of our convention this year is in the new part. That would be our marketplace, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's an enormous room, very spacious. There shouldn't be any lineups this year, hopefully.
I highly doubt that. With the amount of people that actually like Aikon, I've gone once, and it's always been packed.
Oh, not in the sense that there won't be a lot of people there, in the sense that the room capacity is just so much bigger, there shouldn't be much of a need to wait.
Oh, Well, that makes it even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate waiting.
Well, last year's C